Right, so before we get into these settings, I'd just like to look at the usual situation. When I open up the client archive and I select plant 1, I can see a summary of the components, and in the lock state column you see that one is locked by Huber. I'm signed in here as Maya. Okay, so if I go to that component, I can see again that it's locked by Huber up here, but I have to look for it. If I go to checkout now, and I don't think about lock states at all, I can check out, and I'm not forced to think about lock states at all. Well, personally, I quite like to have to think about it every time I check out, and there's a combination of settings in versiondog that allows you to get that little reminder every single time. The first of those settings is here in extras, client settings, in check-in, check-out, and it's checkout always in lock state under development, or checkout always in lock state lock for other users. Now, because under development doesn't actually prevent other users from checking in ever, it's just an advice to them that the component is being worked on, or that the project is being worked on. I prefer to check out always in lock state lock for other users, so they can check out but they can't check in. Okay, I'll apply that. And now if I go to check out this component, these two will always be selected. What happens if I try and check out? Let's see. Predictable. It failed. And it failed because it's locked by another user. Okay, that's good. Right, so this setting that I've just made presets lock for other users. If I want to override that, I can. And this time when I try to check out, it will work because I'm not trying to put my lock on top of Huber's lock. Then if I try to edit the project, I'll get a reminder that it's locked by another user. But this is really only half the story. I'm just going to unlock the component to reset the situation to show you the other half. The component is now unlocked. I'm still signed in as Maya, and I've deleted locally. So this is also a realistic scenario. We come to a component, want to work on it, and want to be reminded to think about lock state. So I go to checkout. Because I've done the local setting, even if I'm not concentrating or thinking about it, it is pre-selected to lock for other users. I can check out, and I have checked it out successfully. I've locked it. I didn't put a comment in there, but other users can see at least who's locked it. But there's a weak point to this. What if I didn't want to work on that component? What if I didn't need to lock it? Now I'm blocking other people. So that's where this other setting comes in, and that's a setting that needs to be done in the admin client, under global settings, components, minimum length of comment when a lock state is applied to a component. I'm going to set that to 5. Okay. Right, so I'm going to delete locally, which unlocks the component as well, as it was locked by me. And now I go to checkout. I'm in a hurry, I'm not thinking. Hit checkout, and comment is not long enough. Now I'm forced to think, do I want to lock it, for one thing? And if I do, I'm reminded to put a comment in there. In this case, no, I'm just going to have a look at that. I'm not going to work on it. I don't need to lock it. There we go. Alright, one more reset of the situation, and this time it's the standard situation where I want to check out. I should lock the component, but I could easily forget. Here I get the reminder I need, and a comment is required, which will be helpful for other users. Here we go, change request 995, and all done.